As far as I'm concerned, there's only one way to celebrate Cinco de Mayo: tequila. I like to think I know a lot about tequila, given that I own a small plate Mexican restaurant, Bar San Miguel, in Brooklyn, where I'm headed right after this show for a reservation-only dinner. But if you want a real expert on this business, you need to talk to Tequila Avion, the privately held ultra-premium liquor company with one of the most popular drinks around. In fact, some of their products are selling so well that they're currently seeing shortages. And Avion has become the #3 ultra-premium tequila brand on the market in just a handful of years. So let's take a closer look with Jenna. She's the president of Tequila Avion, get a better sense of how our company's doing and where the industry is headed. Ms. Fagner, welcome to Mad Money. Good to see you.
Hey, great to see you,
Thank you so much. Have a seat.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay. Now,
happy Cinco, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, definitely. Can you explain how this drink, which has been around forever, suddenly took off in America and has still not plateaued?
Still not. It's incredible. Right now, I believe tequila is outselling vodka in terms of just the growth rate, almost like 5 times. It's the place to be.
So what happened? Was it endorsements? Was it a sense that perhaps this is the ultimate mixed drink? I see a lot of people at my place drinking this without anything, obviously straight. What occurs that makes it so one drink goes in fashion, another goes out?
Well, I think a lot of it was the vodka fatigue. People talk about it, and they wanted some flavor. But the margarita is still the #1 cocktail in America. Right. But we are seeing, to your point, more people sipping.
Yes, and I think that's amazing. I see it too. And you were talking, it's an inefficient price. I mean, we charge a great deal for this. Now, we do that because there's, to me, a scarcity value. Now, you have shortages in some of your drinks. How does that happen?
Well, because we don't forecast correctly. It's just taking off.
High quality problem.
It is a good problem to have on one hand, but on the other hand, it kills you inside because you want to supply it to your consumer. But yes, on the Reserva 44, this is the ultimate sipping tequila, and we cannot keep it in stock right now.
Now, have you guys, I don't see the espresso. Are these new ones since we've seen you last?
So, no, this is just when we were thinking about what's going on with millennials.
Oh, really? Tell me.
Yeah, so millennials are really liking flavor, but they love tequila as well, too. So this is something that's new, that's really interesting, that these 2 young Mexican men introduced. It's called Terremoto. And they've got churros flavor and jalapeno lime. And it's interesting because I think when we were young, we used to all drink bad tequila, and everyone felt terrible about it.
Because it was 50% sugar.
Yeah, and now you can drink good tequila and even have it flavored if you're young at a reasonable price point. And obviously, Avion's at the high end.
Right.
But here's something that we thought was really interesting at a more accessible price point for that millennial consumer.
But to crack in, you guys had a couple breaks, TV show, and you still have celebrities who you're not paying drinking the stuff.
Well, that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? It's just about creating love, and when people love a product, they latch on to it. And I think one of the things that we're really proud of, and it sounds so strange from a business perspective, is we're inefficient. We're the most inefficient tequila producer.
Why should you be proud of that?
Because it's how you make art and how you make great tequila. So it's this handcrafted small batch, and that's what people love because they get this incredible flavor. But at the same time, the accountants hate it.
Well, that's certainly true. But I want to ask you, in terms of the hottest, what we have found, as hot as these are, Mezcal is hotter. That's the one we're having very hard to keep it in stock. Are you guys thinking of branching out to Mezcal?
Well, never say never on anything, but the Mezcal trend has been really fascinating.
Well, it's single malt Scotch versus the regular, right?
Yeah, and it's interesting. It'll be fascinating to see how big can it get, right?
Yeah, tell me, because women don't like it as much as men.
The smoke flavor, I think, is alienating for some people. Yes. And you can maybe only drink one, where sometimes with a good tequila, you can, have a couple.
Jenna, what's the breakdown of men and women that you see drinking?
I was just talking to someone about this yesterday, because they were saying that their girlfriend loved Avion and loved tequila. And we're seeing it almost 50-50 now.
That's incredible. Now, do people understand what the different ones are? Do they order, they want a margarita with this? This is too good.
It's still delicious in a margarita, though. But funny enough, this is one of my favorite ways to have this is in an old-fashioned. You wouldn't think tequila old-fashioned, but deliciousness. The reposado, if you're from Mexico, you know reposado, and that's what people drink. And then silver is probably the most popular in America, but that's sort of your go-to for cocktail making.
All right, one last question. How big a day really is Cinco de Mayo for Avion?
It's a big day, but it's amazing because today we found that tequila's year-round, and you've probably seen it with your bar.
Yeah,
it's no longer just like a Cinco de Mayo and summer thing. It's people want to sip it all year long.
Well, it's been a great brand. You've done a remarkable job. It's very hard to crack in, and you've done it. And you've done it very successfully. I want to congratulate you. That's Jenna Fagner. She's the president of Avion Tequila, which we'll be serving a ton of this evening. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.